The first problem here is find the total pressure and partial pressure of each gas in a container with capacity of 8.21 liters. The container contains 2 moles of gas A and 3 moles of gas B at 300 Kelvin. We'll solve the first part first, then we'll move to the second part. So first we'll draw the container. Here the container contains gas A and gas B. Also the volume given is 8.21 liters and temperature is 300 Kelvin. The container contains gas A and gas B. The moles of each of these gases are given, that are 2 moles and 3 moles respectively, right? We have to find the total pressure and final and partial pressure. So first we'll write the total pressure, that is PT, which is equal to total moles multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by V, as per ideal gas equation, right? Also total moles is equal to moles of gas A plus moles of gas B, right? So total pressure here will be equal to 2 plus 3 multiplied by the value of R 0.0821 multiplied by the value of temperature, that is 300, divided by the volume, which is 8.21 liters, right? So if you solve this, we'll simply get, here it is 8.21. After solving this, we'll get 15 atm, right? 5 multiplied by 3, because 8.21 and 8.21 will be cancelled out, so 15 atm. This is our total pressure for the first part. And partial pressure, also the value of partial pressure of gas A is moles of A multiplied by RT by V. So moles we already know, R we know, temperature and volume. After putting all these value and doing the calculation, we'll get 6 atm. Similarly, the partial pressure for gas B will be equal to NB multiplied by RT divided by V, which is 3 multiplied by 0.0821 multiplied by 300. Here it is 8.21 multiplied by 300 divided by 8.21. On solving, we'll get 9 atm. So here we can verify that total pressure is equal to partial pressure of gas A plus partial pressure of gas B. This means whatever we have solved is correct, and Dalton's law of partial pressure is verified here. Now we'll move to the second part. Here we have been given, if 5 moles of another gas C is added, then find new partial pressure and total pressure. So let's just quickly erase this, then we'll solve the second part. So here we have gas A, gas B and another gas, that is C. Moles 2, 3 and 5 respectively. Volume and temperature is already given to us. First we'll find the total pressure, that is total moles, that is Na plus Nb plus Nc multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by volume. So total pressure will be equal to 2 plus 3 plus 5 multiplied by 0.0821 multiplied by 300 divided by volume, which is 8.21. On doing all the calculation, we'll get 2 plus 3 plus 5, that is 10. 10 multiplied by 3, that is 30 atm, right? And now we'll find the partial pressure. So let's just find it here itself. So partial pressure for gas C will be Nc multiplied by RT by V, which is 5 multiplied by 0.0821 multiplied temperature, that is 300 divided by volume, that is 8.21. So the partial pressure for gas C will come out to be 15 atm. We can verify our answer by simply using Dalton's law of partial pressure, that is partial pressure of gas A plus B plus C should be equal to total pressure, and it can be verified that total pressure is equal to partial pressure of all the gases present here, that is 30 is equal to 15 plus 6 plus 9, right? So hope you understand this first question. Now we'll move to the second question. Here, if 2 liter of gas A at 1.5 atm and 3 liter of gas B at 2 atm are mixed and kept in a 5 liter container, then find total pressure and partial pressure of gas A and B. Now instead of moles, we are given the volume and pressure, right? So this is also a simple problem, so we'll solve it. Here we'll draw a container where we have these gases, gas A and gas B. The volume given is 5 liters, right? Temperature we are not given here, let's assume it as T Kelvin. The gases present here are A and B. The pressure and the volume of both of these gases are given, that is 2 liter, that is 1.5 atm and 2 atm and volume 2 liter and 3 liter respectively, right? So simply we'll find out moles of both these gases. So moles of gas A, that is, we know Na will be equal to, using the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, we can write 1.5 multiplied by 2 is equal to moles of gas A Na multiplied by R multiplied by T. We don't know the value of T, so let's take it as T itself. So Na is 3 by RT. Similarly, we'll solve for gas B here. So apply the ideal gas equation for gas B. So we'll get 2 multiplied by 3, that is PV is equal to moles of gas B multiplied by RT. So we'll get moles of gas B is equal to 6 divided by RT, right? So we got the moles of both of these gases. Now we have to find the total pressure and partial pressure of these gases, right? So for determining it, we'll write the total pressure, that is PT. We can determine it by using the ideal gas equation itself. So PV is equal to nRT. Here total pressure will be multiplied by volume, which is given to us, that is 5 liters. So we'll write 5 is equal to moles. We'll take total moles here, moles of gas A plus moles of gas B, and multiply it by RT. So PT multiplied by 5 is equal to moles of gas A is 3 divided by RT and moles of gas B is 6 divided by RT, and we'll multiply this whole thing by RT. We'll get total pressure is equal to 9 divided by 5, because RT will be cancelled out. So this will be our answer and this will be our total pressure, and we can determine the partial pressure of gas A and gas B by using the value of total pressure itself. So let's quickly erase this part and solve for the partial pressure. So we got the total pressure is equal to 9 by 5 atm, right? So total pressure is equal to 9 by 5 atm, and we have to find the partial pressure of gas A, that will be equal to XA multiplied by PT, that is mole fraction of gas A multiplied by total pressure. We know what's the value of mole fraction, it is moles of gas A divided by total moles. So we'll simply put the value, we know the value of Na and Nb, so we'll put the value 3 by RT divided by 3 by RT plus 6 by RT and multiplied by total pressure, that is 9 by 5, and on solving we'll get the partial pressure of gas A is equal to 3 by 9 multiplied by 9 by 5, which is 3 by 5 atm, right? Similarly, we can solve for gas B, that is mole fraction of gas B multiplied by PT, and on solving we'll get total pressure, that will be equal to partial pressure of gas A plus partial pressure of gas B. So 9 by 5 is equal to PA, which is 3 by 5 plus PB. On solving, PB will be equal to 6 by 5 atm. We can use both the method to determine the value of PB, and it was a very simple problem. Hope you understand this. So if you calculate it by XB multiplied by PT, it will be 6 by 5. This is total pressure. Hope you understand. Now moving further, we'll solve the third problem here. 4 moles of S2 and 4 moles of O2 are taken in a container of 8.21 liters at 300 Kelvin. Find partial pressure of O2 gas, that is PO2, and the second part we'll solve later, but first focus on the first part. So we'll write the solution here. First we'll draw the container. We'll mention the gases present here, S2 and O2. We are given the moles, that is 4 moles of each of these gases. The volume is 8.21 liters. The temperature given here is 300 Kelvin, right? So we have to find the partial pressure of O2 gas. So the partial pressure of O2 gas, that is PO2, we can determine it by using the ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. So PO2 multiplied by the volume, that is 8.21, is equal to moles of O2 multiplied by R multiplied by T. So simply we'll put all these values. So PO2 is equal to moles of gas here is 4 multiplied by 8.21 multiplied by 3 divided by 8.21. It will come out to be 12 atm. So we got the value of PO2. Now second part. So let's quickly erase this, and now we'll focus on the second part, which is an interesting thing here. we are given that now the temperature is raised to 400 Kelvin, where these two gases S2 and O2 react with each other to form water, right? So now we have to determine the partial pressure and total pressure. So S2 and O2 react to form water, and here we'll have to balance this equation. We have to find the total pressure and partial pressure of all the gases that are present in the end. So at T is equal to 0, we have to first balance it. Here at T equal to 0, how many moles we have? We have 4 moles of S2, 4 moles of O2, and to determine how much moles of which gas will be left, so we'll use the concept of limiting reagent. I have taught that earlier. So here the hydrogen gas will be Lr. How we determine Lr? So limiting reagent is nothing but the moles divided by stoichiometric coefficient ratio, and whichever will have lowest value of moles divided by stoichiometric coefficient will be Lr. So here hydrogen gases are Lr. So how much moles of O2 gas will be left after the completion of reaction, we can determine. Here half moles of O2 reacts with 1 mole of S2, right? So 4 moles of S2 will react with how many moles of O2? We can determine it by using simply 4 multiplied by 1 by 2, that is 2 moles, right? And how many moles of water will be formed? We can determine it by using the same concept here again. That will be 4 moles. So we got the moles of each of the gases that will be left, which are only oxygen and water. No hydrogen gas will be left in the final mixture. So we have to determine the total pressure and partial pressure of gases at 400 Kelvin. So partial pressure of oxygen gas will be moles of oxygen multiplied by RT by V, that is 2 multiplied by 0.0821 multiplied by 400 divided by volume, that is 8.21. 8.21 and 8.21 will be cancelled out, we'll get 8 atm. Similarly, partial pressure of water, here will be moles of water multiplied by RT divided by V, which is simply 4 multiplied by 0.0821 multiplied by 400 multiplied by 8.21, it will come out to be 16 atm. We got the partial pressure of both the gases. Now total pressure will be equal to partial pressure of oxygen plus partial pressure of water at 400 Kelvin, right? So this will be 8 plus 16, it will come out to be 24 atm. So it was a very simple but interesting problem. Hope you understand this all. Thank you for watching.